those
Seth
texts
about
turned into me and Ezra texting each other, talking about how do we convince Olivia to act in the movie.
Yeah, there was
because she kept just texting us like literally just like every name of every other actress in Hollywood who is not Olivia Wilde. Yeah, and it was just
And we kept saying yes, and
and then I just started being like, you do it, just like in all capital letters, just like you be the person, you do it. It'll be better if you do it.
I would never have in a million years dreamed of doing that on my own. Like I never would have done it if they had.
That's where we differ.
Told me to.
Yeah, I know. Exactly.
I make myself front and center. Hi.
Hi. Wow, thanks, Seth. Oh my God, you guys must be in fabulous spirits. How was last night? How are you feeling this morning?
It's the best night of my life.
I should have done like a bigger Google on this, but like I was wondering how many films have actually gotten us, because you don't get a standing O in America very often. You can really trust a standing O.
I didn't understand what was happening. I was like, why is everyone leaving? I was like, wait, we're doing a Q&A. Oh.
Namaste.
No. Namaste.
How long ago did you get this script from Rashida and Will?
So, it's funny. This process came together real quick in the grand scheme of things once we got going. So it was last fall that I realized that I could get this, we could make this movie. Had gotten the script way before that, actually. Always loved this script, but, I thought, I don't know exactly what it is yet. I can't tell exactly what it is. And then when it came to be that we could actually get it going, I asked these guys basically at the last possible second, can you make a movie like now? And we shot it in April. Like, it's crazy that we're premiering it within the same calendar year of making it. And it was...
because she's a beast.
Because we were collectively a bunch of beasts. And it was, I think, a script that, had been in development for a long time. And then it's one of those things that the kind of chemical equation of everybody coming together and actively workshopping it just made it happen pretty quickly.
Did you guys have to move stuff around to make it happen now? Or was it just like a really good kismet situation?
It was just good timing. Yeah, it was good timing. We shot it we shot the movie in like
23 days.
Yeah, so it was, and we rehearsed for a little bit, but yeah, it was very quick. It was, it was, thank God.
We were lucky. You were like,
it was in LA. It was 5 days.
You just finished the studio?
I just finished Platonic. The studio was airing while we were
right, that's right.
The thing. But yeah, it was, yeah. We had just, we were like just starting to write the show basically.
Yeah.
But we had different, Seth had never seen the Spanish film.
I still haven't.
And still, I had seen it a couple of years ago, and I loved it, just loved it hugely, and thought this would be so great. And I'd thought about Seth because my wife produced a lot of Seth's movies, and I
People
thought,
probably don't know we've been friends for like 20 years.
Yeah, and I thought, I really thought, I thought that would be a really fun one to do with Seth, and I talked about that and everything. But it was, and then a producer who's one of our producers had gotten the rights, and it seemed to hover in this limbo, and I got into this headspace of thinking like, that one's just not gonna, it's gonna elude, it's gonna elude me. But I kept thinking about it, and separately loved Olivia's films, and suddenly it comes around and said, Olivia's going to direct it. I thought, what? And she wants Seth. And I was like, oh my God, I just couldn't believe it. It was one of those things that I thought this isn't going to happen. And then it ended up happening like with a better combination of people than I could have imagined. I was so...
Everything I can.
And Penelope too, I was like, I couldn't believe how supportive and enthusiastic she was from jump. I mean, I'll never forget my first Zoom with Penelope. She was so sweet. She was in Madrid and she was like, I love this movie. I love it. And then she was like, it's so funny. And then in the background, suddenly there's Javier Bardem standing behind her and he's like, are we making a movie? I was like,
you have to say yes.
Yes. And it was just the best feeling.
I know you're just sort of describing this as like Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf with some Esther Perel in there, but for people who haven't seen it, Also, and like,
That's a very fancy.
I know. Well, I'm going to throw one more in there, which is like, where does couples therapy and like an Orna Pickens, where does where does it fall?
So got Orna in there as well.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think Penelope's character is a realist, and she's encouraging these people to take responsibility for their own happiness. And I think that's something that I think Orna does quite often. And it's a good message to put out there, I think. So hopefully that rings true for people.
What is your guys' favorite, like if you're at a dinner party or you're in any situation where like the choice is small talk or deep talk, like what's a topic you guys lean on?
I don't like small talk. I'm very
No,
bad at
I
it.
go way too deep, way too
Yeah,
fast with
yeah.
strangers and start talking about things where I can see on their face.
Yeah.
I'm like, I didn't sign up for this.
I do a weird question where I say, like, if I told you another pandemic was coming, what would you do? Where would you move? Like, do I go really? And people are like,
Oh, that's a fun
God.
question though.
Yeah, I'm like, would you move to a farm with your closest friends?
I got,
Everyone take a moment to think about it.
yeah. I moved to Park City, Utah.
Park City, Utah works for me. Yeah. You're not you're not small talk. You're big talk.
Yeah, I
You're big talk.
these days it's like, what are we gonna do about mass Gestapo?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Shooting American citizens.
Yeah.
Small talk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Have you found an answer?
I'm sitting here talking about movies while
Yeah.
a illegal army is being mounted against U.S. citizens.
Yep.
But I think one of the most delightful things about this whole experience was there was this kind of template. There was this idea of there's an unhappy couple and another couple comes and there's this, there's this collision in one space and two people who are in one state of relationship are going to collide with these other people and something's going to be very different by the end of it. And there's I don't want to ruin it for people who don't see the movie, but there's obviously like the stimulus of the type of people, the people upstairs and who they are and what they bring down with them. But I can't really think of anything in a long time where the person kind of leading us said to Seth and me and Penelope, like, I love this template, but what I really want out of it is I want to improvise and curate and write it based on you. I want you guys to bring, like the entirety of the menopausal Mary Claire Haver thing, all of that came from Penelope. She wrote it, she wrote the thing about the thing. Seth and Olivia worked out the entirety of that ending, and my character's name was Shane. There's a hawk, in my life.
Yeah.
There's a hawk in my life, and the idea, but it's very, I said it last night on the stage. Olivia said, let's we don't have a lot of time, but let's stitch the parachute as we're falling, and it's going to open. And I felt, to a very, very unusual degree, that what the film became is the version informed by the four of us.
Yeah.
Very specifically, like we brought our own baggage, we brought our own experiences. We sat around a lot and talked about our own, experiences in the vein of the film, and because Olivia shot it in sequence, whatever happened, whatever we discovered, improvised, we could build on.
Yeah. And we would improvise one line sometimes, and then we'd all look at each other and be like, oh, that could be a big thing. Like, that could actually come back. That could change
Yeah,
a lot,
it was,
yeah, it was really cool in that way. And
I don't think I've had an experience where the text was being, the text was being discovered by having the conversations about what we all thought was important and funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it just, like, that can really not work. Like it can really not work. And I think Seth and I were watching it last night, but that's chemistry. And I felt like it's an amazing feeling when you're like, when you're playing ping pong and the rally goes on and on and on, and you're just like, it's spinning up, and you sort of feel, and I felt even toward the last week, we didn't actually really know for sure how the kind of tone shift from Hawk sharing his story to, and that we decided not to, I kind of wrote that story of Hawk's background, and I asked Olivia, can I not tell you what I'm gonna say? And can we just shoot you guys? And she let me drop that into the mix without pre-reading it, which was amazing. And those shots on her are her hearing it for the first time.
But only with Edward Norton do you say like, yeah, sure, you can write your own monologue and just drop it.
It was.
And then as we were shooting it, I was like, I think I would make fun of this.
And Penelope got kind of angry. And then Penelope got kind of angry at it.
Oh yeah, it changed the whole thing.
But
it was so good.
I will say, like, on the last couple days, as the scene unfolded, we all turned to each other and kind of went, we did it, like we did it, we figured it out. Like it was.
But that
was
kind of
really-
thing, it requires such like constant engagement from a cast. It's not the kind of movie where everyone's like, well, bye, and goes home and just doesn't think about it, shows up and reads the lines. They were so fully engaged the entire time that everybody would arrive being like, yeah, I was thinking about it, and I have an idea, and I have a thought, I'm gonna try this, and that is like a true director's dream, to be like, yeah, we're all locked in and doing this together.
You say that, but that's a lot of directors' nightmare too.
It's true.
Really is. Olivia was.
Yeah.
Have some ideas.
Sometimes it's great.
No, Olivia was absolutely. I mean, the equanimity and enthusiasm she had for a process of evolution on the fly.
Yeah.
Was.
But it's also like
Really a next level kind of confidence.
It's also like hard to do. Like you need people who can actually do it. Like to
and keep it organized.
keep it organized and understand, technically understand
Yeah.
how to make it usable and when to improvise and when not to improvise and when it becomes too late to improvise.
Also, like shooting on film, so it
Yeah.
doesn't mean you can be like, well, just do this forever.
No,
It's like
yeah.
a limited amount of film, and some of those takes, like there's a scene in the middle where we have a long conversation about sex parties.
Yes.
And it's a
shot that for-
16-minute take.
Yes,
It's
which
a
we shot
1,000
for
foot
like
mad.
2.5 days or
Yeah.
something like that.
And the crew were so excited because they were like, we've never seen actors do an entire scene in one that's that long. And it was only because it was a bunch of pros. It was like a little play.
Do you ever have an intrusive thought about taking the reel and
Stealing it?
I love it because like our crew is largely the studio crew, like our camera crew. I mean, all of them.
They only knew her as a crazy person.
Yeah, they were like, this is different. But everyone kept saying, like, are you going to take the reel? I would have done that.
You would have. It could have.
Oh, I didn't know what you're talking about. Now I know.
Yeah.
What? Gotcha. Yeah.
Before we run out of time, one question I'm asking everyone who comes in is, what was your first, like your first job you had in Hollywood where you were able to get yourself like a little present, and what was the thing you got yourself?
I was on Freaks and Geeks, and I bought myself an Acura.
At 15.
Yeah, at 16.
They are sponsoring the festival.
Yeah, exactly. I know. So Acura. Put some cup holders in the back of your cars. Acura.
Do you still have it? Is always the
I do not say it got destroyed on my first day with my wife. Actually, we got in a terrible car accident.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So there you go. But
Sorry,
it kept me
Acura.
alive. Yeah. So I guess that's good. Yeah.
What about you?
I when I lived in New York, when I was shooting Primal Fear in LA when I was 25, I was totally unconvinced that this wouldn't be maybe my last job. So I was saving my per diem money. I was like hoarding it in a huge envelope. And Richard Gere said, because I was thinking this is a couple months rent, if this doesn't go well. And I remember Richard Gere saying something like, he had these amazing guitars and I play guitar, and he took me guitar shopping and he showed me this like 1969 Martin guitar, and I was so in love with it, and I don't remember what it cost. And I said, I can't get that guitar. And he looked at me and goes, kid, you are gonna have to learn how to spend some money. And he was like, take that per diem money in your envelope and buy that guitar right now. And so it was like the first thing I ever bought over $1,000. And I still have it, yeah.
That's good. Mine was a car. It was a 1957 Chevy Biscayne.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really beautiful. It was powder blue.
Did it drive well?
It didn't. It broke down
not.
all the
I was
time.
gonna say, what?
And in those days, I was there with like the Thomas guide on the
yeah.
side of the freeway, just like in the fast lane. Terrible place.
Both
to break
cars are a
down.
real double-edged
Yeah,
sword.
yeah.
Really stressful every time.
For chatting. I appreciate it.